it appears that Obama's worried about his legacy when it comes to Biden as well, and didn't say nice things about Biden behind the scenes. So with one candidate who was seeking advice, Obama pointed out that during his own 2008 campaign, he had an intimate bond with the electorate, especially in Iowa, that he no longer has. Then he added, and you know who really doesn't have it? Joe Biden.
Oh, I just got it. God damn it, I'm slow too. So he's been taking very subtle pot shots at Joe Biden. Obama has. Of course, he didn't endorse his own vice president. That's not small. That's actually gigantic. We all moved past it because it's almost so awkward that the establishment media didn't want to talk about it. But if you picked your vice president based on you thought he would be the second best person in the country to run the country, that's not why he picked him. He picked him to appeal to white voters. Okay, let's be clear about that. But if you thought he was the second best guy, well, then you would obviously endorse him right away. Be like, oh my God. For example, I endorse Anna as host of the Young Turks. Okay, I wouldn't hesitate and be like, well, I'm not sure she's connecting with voters in Iowa. Anyway, or viewers in Iowa. But now, so that's why he was hesitating. But now I understand the second reason. If Biden loses, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, duh. Yes.
Yeah.
So
and
like,
oh my God, the beloved, cherished legacy.
No, it's so incredible because behind the scenes, Obama and the people that he's working with right now are like salty about the fact that Biden keeps referencing Obama on the campaign trail. And so one of the other people who's actually a little bitter is Eric Holder, who was considering a run in this election.
Yeah.
And so let me go to that. So when it comes to Eric Holder, Holder was particularly wounded that his close friend wasn't more encouraging of his own ambitions. He's still pretty sensitive about it, said someone close to Holder. Okay, let me just continue. He was really frustrated about having arrived at the decision not to run. Holder couldn't get in because Biden and Holder have the same set of people. Once Biden was getting in, then Eric couldn't get in. So that frustrated Holder, it blocked him. And Biden has turned out to be the way they all feared. So, and that's really frustrating to Eric, right? So they're all thinking like, ugh, Biden, what is he doing? So embarrassing. And then Holder is like holding this grudge. He's the grudge holder.
Okay, Eric, so let me relieve you of your grudges. You wouldn't have won anyway. You wouldn't even come close. All of you are the same exact thing. You're all establishment Democrats. And by the way, Biden has done way better than Eric Holder would have done. Why? Is he smarter than Eric Holder? No. Is he a better politician? No, not necessarily, okay? The reason why is name recognition. Nobody knows who Eric Holder is. We all know him because we follow politics, but regular Americans have no idea who Eric Holder is, whereas everybody knows who Joe Biden is. And by the way, to be fair to Biden, he's still holding the national lead. So would Eric Holder have had the national lead? No way. All of you are wrong. You all think that the rest of the country loves corporate Democrats. And they don't, they just don't. In fact, they really dislike them. Obama was a masterful politician, but at the end of the day, these guys don't have those same political skills. All they have is the core policies that American people don't really like. And the only way that you win with those policies is by running against loathsome Republicans.
So I have to mention one final part of this that I thought was so fascinating. So there's this like culture of kissing the ring, right, of the corporate Democrats, if you're thinking about running. And I mean, I should have known this, but apparently candidates need to go to the West End of DC and they meet with Obama to get advice, right? And he counsels them on the election. So the only two candidates, Democratic candidates, obviously, who didn't go to his office to meet with him were Tulsi Gabbard and Andrew Yang, which made me like them more. Right?
Yeah, of course, but probably they weren't invited.
Probably, you're right.
Like Andrew Yang, what an outsider. Yeah. No, I do declare. He hasn't even been vetted by the corporate Democrats. No, I say no and MSNBC says no.
Like the idea of going to Obama for advice is, I mean, I guess you could find some useful information there, but I just thought it was fascinating, right? Especially if you're a candidate who's so different in terms of your proposals and what you want to do to really structurally change this country. Obama's got nothing for you.
Yeah, but they don't want to do that except for two of them, right? So the rest of them are like, how do you win as a corporate Democrat? That'd be amazing, that's what I want to do. My final point though is, guys, you say, well, Cenk, you say corporate Democrats are not good at winning, but you just told me Obama's a corporate Democrat and he won twice. Hold on, think about this. Did Obama ever run against anyone who was more progressive than him?
No.
Never. So he was never actually challenged from the left. He was the most progressive candidate in every election he ran in. So he was more progressive than Hillary Clinton in 2008, and he beat her from the left. And remember the change signs and the hope signs, right? And he was obviously way more progressive than John McCain and way more, well, slightly more progressive than Mitt Romney, right? So he had a free ride. He never, ever got challenged from the left. But I don't want you to mistake what I'm saying. He had a free ride in that sense. He didn't have a free ride in many other respects. The right wing was vicious to him. Fox News was horrific to him. And as an African American in this country with a name like Barack Hussein Obama, on top of being an African American, there was a ton of disadvantages. And so you shouldn't underestimate how good he was at winning elections to have overcome all of that. And I've said that now several times just in this story, right? But having said that, a true test would have been being challenged from the left, especially today. When he won, it was a different time than it is today.
Right.
I don't think Bernie Sanders could have won in 2008, to be honest, right?
I agree, yeah.
I don't think he would have even been close. So it is a different dynamic today. Whereas if you have someone just like Obama in this race, they'd probably do pretty well. And they might even be in the top 4. Pete Buttigieg. But at the end of the day, they're not gonna win. By the way, it turns out he doesn't like Buttigieg either. Why? Too similar to him. And so
it's like high school. It's high school. Politics is high school. Period.
And Ryan Lizza writing the piece couldn't get any of the advisors to say, okay, yeah, but which candidate does he actually like? I'll tell you, Kamala Harris. I'm sure he thought she was gonna win. It's just the exact right of corporate Democrat, pretending to be progressive, but not really that progressive. And so she would have been perfect for him. But as it turns out, she didn't have the political skills and she's now down at 4% and pretty close to done. So, oh well, he'll have to pick Biden or Buttigieg. Let's see how it goes. Thanks for watching the Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.